Hi, I'm Gigi,
And I'm Mimi.
and this is Love
Island
Tea Time. Never in sync, ever.
We'll never be, and that's okay.
Until we're in the same room.
Mm-hmm.
It'll happen. I've got a
What you
matcha. I'm
drinking?
really excited.
I got pomegranate green tea today in my Luke's mug. If you know, you know.
You and your Gilmore girls. Can we throw the whole season away? Can we dump all of them into the sea?
Dump the whole villa, start over again, because I don't know where you found these people besides the depths of hell.
I mean, I've been like scrolling, finally catching up now that I'm caught up with this USA season, and so many people going, yeah, Soul's right, everyone is so locked off. And I was like doing the math. I'm like, wait a second. Trinity and Bryce, day one.
Mm-hmm.
Anaya and Casey, day one.
Mm-hmm.
Not to jump ahead of what we're about to talk about first. Melanie and Sincere, still technically day one.
Yep.
Zach and Kata, day two.
Mm-hmm.
This is the most couples I've ever seen still together from any season. Like literally, I've never seen this many like super early couples still together. In the UK right now, there is one singular couple that's been together from day one. 75% of the time there is. I would have to say like that's the success rate generally, or it's a couple that gets together in the first week that lasts the whole season. This is crazy. These people are so scared, but also everyone wants to make out with each other apparently. Like what?
Yeah, I don't know where the logic is. I know a lot of people didn't like Soul at the beginning. But I had to agree with her and Gabe, because Gabe also felt the same way of like, I explored connections. That's what we came here to do. Like, you're forgetting that you came here to explore which connection is the best for you, not which connection you can find first and lock onto it.
It's so crazy. I feel for everyone going into that villa. I know some people said they're scared for the cost of more people. The cost of more people will be fine. That's what happens in Vegas situation, except then you have to bring it home. Like it's like Casa More is a different thing, and I'm also concerned for how that's going to go down. But this is crazy. So we ended last week with America recoupling the bombshells, picking who they were going to get to be with.
Yeah, we thought we were doing something there.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. And what resulted from that was Sincere with Soul, because he fucked around and found out. Gabe with, what's her name?
Jen. I forgot it too.
Also, he fucked around and found out. Then Caleb with Kinsey. How can I forget?
Yeah.
And those are the three. And so and then we ended up losing Beatrice, which is rude because the next challenge was a sports challenge. Like, what's happening?
Yeah.
2 out of 3 of these, like, crumbled immediately, I feel like. Sincere, for 1 second, I thought he was moving it along.
Yeah, we all thought that way. And that's why we have such a huge issue with Insincere.
I mean, I had an issue with him regardless because it was constantly, I'm terrified of Melanie, I'm going to say this thing, but in the confessional, I'm going to be like, I want to explore Soul. I want to get to know this woman. And now it's like, did you mean any of the things that you say out of your mouth? What's going on with you? I'm genuinely concerned for your brain. Like, I don't know what's happening inside of there.
I don't know either. What I picture is like the monkey banging the cymbals. That's what I picture going on in Sincere's brain. Because no way does his logic make sense. No way did he play us and her that well.
And her. Like, it's such a lame situation. I'm glad that we got to see Soul talking about it because she was like, I actually feel bad for Melanie because he's a liar and he's not right in the head. Like she said it. She was like that's like he's just gonna keep doing you dirty because you already took him back once and let him do whatever he wanted to do. And Melanie, I gotta talk about you for a sec, babe. First of all, I wish the producer had done her a favor and got her off that show.
I know.
Like, I wish they'd done her a favor and gotten her off of the island. She is not okay enough and stable enough to be there. Like, I really feel that this is going to end with lots of therapy for her. She probably already needed lots of therapy, but babe, I'm so sorry. The bills are about to explode because there's no way in hell that you guys come out of there together. I don't think you shouldn't. You shouldn't because you're so toxic. I really hope you get broken up during the season. And then even if you do make it out, I feel like he's just gonna switch up so fast on her in the real world. Like, I don't even
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. And now that Soul is out, her and Gabe immediately went on live and started talking to the people.
Yeah.
And what I found out was that her and Melanie actually did talk a lot. So I can assume maybe that Soul was honest about the things that Sincere May had been saying, and Melanie still wanted to be with him.
I
Which
just want to know,
I'm like,
producers, what's
girl,
with this edit?
yeah, I didn't like the edit that they
What's
gave
with
Soul
any of the edits? These episodes are so long. And
for
yet
no
we're
reason.
finding out main plot point conversations are being cut out. And the episodes really feel like they drag a lot of the time. I swear, I be hitting that thing going, how much longer is left? So what's
Mm-hmm.
going on? You have all this time, and I feel like we're not like everyone and their mom would have loved to see Melanie and Soul talk. I saw a lot of
Yeah,
people go like when Melanie said, "Oh, I don't want to fight with you anymore" to Soul, that everyone was like, "Have you even been in the same room alone?"
I know. Like, we would have loved to have seen a conversation between them. That's okay, not to shut out the UK, but like the UK, like the girls talk to each other and you see them talk to each other. And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we would love to see too, is like the relationship between them. But Saul also mentioned that the girls were not very nice to her. So,
I think
which
that
it
the
gave that.
producers, yeah, I think the producers decided to give Soul the villain edit, just like they're trying to give Mika a little, like they were trying to give Mika on the UK. Sorry for bringing up the other show, the villain edit, because there's no way that they didn't show that. And like I saw a little clip was the live when Gabe was sipping on the margarita.
Yeah, yeah.
Love him for that. He's just like,
Mm.
mm. Hilarious. Um, Yeah, I think they really tried to give her the villain in it. I do not understand how so many people have come through this being like, well, we voted for Melanie and Sincere because we like Melanie, we want to keep Melanie, da 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 da. I was like, how can you not see that the girl has come unstuck? Like everything she has been doing and has done while they were separated felt like such a show. I didn't kiss him. I didn't even sleep in the same bed as him. That's how much I like you, da, 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 da. And then once they gotten together, that was fucking rude. That was fucking rude when
Mm-hmm.
they're sitting in the kitchen, full on making out in
I
the villa. Soul
know.
had every right to be in tears because in the UK, that would have been, everyone would have been literally like, what are you doing? Like, this is so disrespectful. Give it a day.
I
Give it
know.
a day or
I
two.
know.
Like, at
I
least
know.
don't make out in her face. Like, go up to Soul Ties. Go up to the. You have so many spaces in this villa where you can be alone. You don't just have a terrace like in the UK. Go away and make out. Like, let this girl, like, even try to pretend to heal. Like, ridiculous. Like, I'm a certified Melanie hater now. but like I hope she gets well. I like still wish her the best, but I'm like irritated with the girl. Like she is actually the person in the villa I am the most irritated with still. Her and Sincere. Like for me, no way they would have gotten my votes. If they did that thing that they never do, which is vote for who is the least favorite couple, I would have been like, everyone give me your fucking vote. I'm voting for Melanie and Sincere to get dumped. Like, that's what I think.
Yeah. I I think he has some sort of weird hold on her, and I'm so sorry if you can hear the barking in the background. Um it's just I've never seen a more toxic couple in my entire life, and I've seen some things, trust me, and it's just like I really pray that she wakes the fuck up by the end of this. Like I'm still hoping for that for her because I need that for her as someone who is an advocate for like, babe, you got to know your worth. He ain't worth it. He's not worth it at all. And Soul, I felt devastated.
But also,
Devastated.
but also, Girlie's got Michael B. Jordan liking her pics. Go get your man, Soul. Go
I
get your
know.
man. They did her a favor. She said, y'all put me out of my misery. She has no idea. I hope that they've already set up the date. I hope he's sending a private jet to go pick her up or some shit. Because please, I need this for
She
her.
actually she actually did clarify that he liked her post before she went in the villa. So she knew.
What's happening?
I don't know.
What's happening?
What do you mean?
This is unfair. I was so excited for her. And now she's like, no, if he was going to did it, he would have already gone done did it. God damn
Well,
it.
maybe now he will do it for real. Now that he's seen her.
And been
Like,
reminded, and like probably now that someone probably told him, everyone knows that you like this girl's pictures and she's on Love Island now. He'd be like, huh?
yeah.
But
Send Michael B. Jordan on Love Island. He'll fix y'all straight. The
please.
girls will be like, who? This dog, I can't.
I know. Mimi's dog is trying to climb out the window or some shit. Okay, bye. um So the other couple that was split up and immediately fell to pieces, which
Mm-hmm.
I was briefly concerned for Melanie because I did think she was going to get her heart double shattered. And I was like, please put this girl out of her misery.
Mm-hmm.
Corbin and Kinsey got broken up. I really thought Kinsey and Caleb were going to be a thing. Someone dug
We
up
all
some
did.
photo receipts of Kinsey's exes. She likes her some chocolate. Um, that's legit. But it was really giving Kinsey got Caleb and then just wanted what she couldn't have.
Yes. I think for the first time since I've watched Love Island, it's a girl wanting to have her cake and eat it too.
For sure. For sure.
And I did not appreciate her whatsoever. I did
But
not appreciate her whatsoever. I understand she was playing, she was doing Love Island, right?
mhm.
For me though, it came out, or the edit she got was manipulative.
Yeah.
And in a way, she did to Caleb what Sincere did to Soul. She led him on. She talked about
Yes.
life outside the villa with him. She talked about seeing a future with him. She reassured him constantly, being like, I do like you. I want to grow our connection. Like, she led that shit on, and she laid
She
it
did.
on thick. And that was her downfall. She should have just been honest. She should have just been like, my feelings for Corbin are stronger than my feelings for yours.
Yeah. Or even just say, I'm still thinking about Corbin, to be honest. Like, I'm excited to explore with you, but I wasn't ready to be split up from him, blah, 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 blah. And who knows, maybe she says, because also maybe she's getting some villain edit. I don't know. Like, I have, like, especially after hearing how much was edited out of the Soul situation, I've got to be like, okay, maybe. What's more concerning to me about that girl is that she seemingly, from the edit, abandoned the main girls and like suddenly was living up Jin's asshole, which appears visually that she was flocking to the only other white woman in the villa. And then
Yeah.
Soul was coming along because her and Soul and Jen, of course, when you're two bombshells that come in together, you're gonna chit chat always. And it was definitely giving that she was just flocking to like someone that she was like, I recognize you more, even though it doesn't seem like any like blatant whatever from her. She's still bothering me. Um
Yeah, and there was some concerns on the internet about the microaggressions that occurred between her and Jen in regards to the way that how they spoke about Melanie. Um
I barely even noticed. You brought that up to me before I watched, and I was like, huh, but again, I really can barely stay awake right now watching this season. But what did
mhm.
she say?
I don't remember specifically what she said either. It was just the way that it was the way that Kenzie immediately just sort of like did not become a girl's girl, if that makes sense. Like
Well, she seemed to be
when
a girl's
Melanie
girl for the bombshell. She was really encouraging Soul to break Melanie and Sincere up, is what it felt like.
well, when Melanie and Corbin got paired together, I don't know. Kenzie just it didn't sit right with me.
Mm.
The way she was like, well, I just don't understand type of thing. Like he likes her. Obviously, he likes her more than me. Like I don't know. I don't know what it was.
Oh, I mean, it
And
was
I
just kind of
just
giving bratty, like when she was like, well, obviously, because you like saying you won't kiss me because you want to kiss her. Well, well. Like, it was just giving bratty. And again, it was giving she wants what she can't have. Like, the only reason she wants him is because maybe he would move on. And if he had been like moping around single, she might have just stuck with Caleb,
yeah.
But also, I felt like Melanie was kind of also being again, I thought Melanie was putting on a show. I felt like Melanie was like frothing at the mouth to get to know Corbin a little bit, like because she really those tries. Melanie's tears dried up real quick when she realized she was going to be coupled with Corbin, and even though she like had a meltdown about sleeping in the same bed with him, she was like, "Yeah, I do want to get to know." You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
I don't think we saw any conversations between Melanie and Kinsey either about the fact that she was coupled up with Corbin. No, she
Hmm.
did. Like, Kinsey said, "You have the green light," right?
Yeah. Yeah.
They did. We did. So,
But she
it's
didn't mean it.
you can give someone the green light and still be like, so you're gonna, because she didn't get mad at him for kissing her. She got mad because he wouldn't kiss her. Sorry, that sounded weird. She didn't get mad because he did kiss Melanie. He got mad because he wasn't going to also kiss her and Melanie at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it wasn't
Yeah.
truly giving that she wasn't going to let him get to know her. But at the same time, it's just like Kinsey is actually doing Love Island. And so being able to see anyone kind of actually do Love Island was nice. Because even like Gabe got to do Love Island or whatever, but it's just Brazilian. I saw an explanation video that a girl like went with her Brazilian homegirl to Brazil, and then their Brazilian homegirl sat them all down before going to the club. I was like, just so you understand here, if you make eye contact for too long with someone of the opposite sex, they will start making out with you.
Oh,
Like that is a thing there. Like, and she was
take me
like,
to Brazil.
exactly. And she was like, sure enough, some of my friends started testing out. You find someone cute, you lock eyes for a bit, wham. So apparently, I wish I still had contact with more of my Brazilian homies to double check on this because I went to college with like 4 Brazilian students. I
Hmm.
wish that I had easier contact with them to double check this information, but that's the info that I saw floating around. And I was like, that would check out. That would check
Yeah,
out.
I mean, Gabe, I obviously I'm always team Beatriz.
Mm, that part.
Um,
They
yeah,
did her
so
dirty.
yes, I felt like Gabe moved on a little bit too quick, and he was a little bit too sexual with Jen right away, but
Oh, yeah. They were,
he explored both connections in a different way.
yeah, for
I
sure.
definitely think his, even though we didn't really see it. I think his connection with Beatrice was more emotional, and his connection with Jen was more physical.
I think it was more real. I think it was way more real with Beatrice. And even I just watched her video from when she came out and was like explaining to people like thank you for the love, thank you for the hate. And actually I'm confusing that video with another video. She was being interviewed and she explained that they did have a lot more emotional chats than were shown. They did have more chats in Spanish than were shown. I saw someone put out a video that was like, are they banning them from speaking Spanish on Love Island? And I was like, I got the exact opposite impression. I got the impression that they put out like the couple of Spanish conversations that they did to pander to anyone who might be, you know, rooting for them or anyone who's Spanish speaking, just to be like, oh, we'll give you a little bit so that you'll be like, ooh, maybe maybe we'll get
Mm-hmm.
to see more representation and some other people can read some fucking subtitles for once. But um it really did give that they, I mean, he was like in tears when he left. When he
I
got kicked
know.
out, he wasn't even as emotional as when Beatrice went home.
No, he was content. He was
Yeah.
like, I got to explore. I had a great Love Island experience. If it's my time to go, it's my time to go.
For real. And then she also said that he waited until like the third day. They were like laying in bed and he went, can I ask you what happened to your leg? And she was like, oh my God, we've been coupled up for so long. I haven't even told you this like very obvious part of myself. But that also she like appreciated that he waited to have a deeper connection with her before even trying to like broach the subject. And it wasn't like
Mm-hmm.
immediate. Like it wasn't like it was a focus for him, but he was like, I feel like maybe I should know the story or something. Um,
Getting emotional.
I
Please.
know. I really think they were done dirty because that's a day one couple that I would have liked to see like break up and then make it to the end, what have you. Because they were different. I think Gabe is a secret sweetie pie. I think it
Yeah.
was good for Jen to get separated from him because I do agree with her that maybe it was more about physical attraction than emotional attraction. They
Mm-hmm.
were cute from time to time, but you know, I just think they were done so dirty. And as everyone's pointed out, if they were to apply the same logic to the girls, Kinsey would have been on a plane. Kinsey would be in Georgia right now.
Yeah. And it was clear that, and I might be jumping ahead, and I'm sorry. It was clear that the boys' strategy was very different from the girls' strategy. And I feel like the girls' strategy is what is typically used when the Islanders have to dump someone, essentially. It's what it's like more
I feel
common.
like the reverse to last season is happening because last season I rage quit because I couldn't stand
You
Ace
did.
sending home people that were feeling each other because it felt like all season people were just getting broken up who had a connection and it was like they already have a connection, send them home. And I was like, this is not. So now I feel like it's reverse where everyone is so like glued to each other.
Hmm.
Who's the other couple that got made from the thing? Oh, well, I guess we just talked about Gabe and Jen. Honestly, I don't think there was much to talk about with them. Like they were banging, they were making out. I do think their letters to each other were cute. I was like kind of surprised. But also,
Hmm.
what was that? Why are we recoupling with letters? Ian said, and I refused to research because I was like, I think they would have said it a lot more. I think he was joking. But he said, after the letter recoupling sponsored by USPS, I was like, was it? Because at least that would explain it. If the USPS logo had been all over everything, I would have been a little less confused.
Oh.
Like, please. But I don't think that's what happened because with the Maybelline one, it was like, this is Maybelline. So,
Hmm.
but like, oh, we did have the soccer challenge. The soccer challenge. Remember that was on Sunday. They said they're
Oh. Did they? Was that
yeah,
Sunday?
yeah. That was after Beatrice left. Yes, yes,
Oh.
or Monday, whatever. Still, I just think the letter thing was bananas because the letter thing was just bananas because for anyone who's listening to us who are newer entries into Love Island, that is literally something they have them do, not as a recoupling ceremony, but it's
Hmm.
something they have them do for each other on the last episode. Like
Yeah.
literally, they do proclamations of love on the last episode. In the original series, they would literally dress up in like wedding outfits, like they were getting married, and it was basically vows. Like that's like where the origin of that is from. And so to see them
Mhm.
doing that in week 3 was crazy. I was like, what's happening? It was so dramatic. And then awkwardly, Kinsey got the 2 nicest letters. I do think Caleb wrote the best letter.
Please.
Caleb's was so sweet.
Caleb's was so sweet. It was the most like vulnerable, I felt
Hmm.
like this man literally said, like, I've been afraid to open up and you make me feel okay to do that and you make me feel safe. And I was like, please, like, she's about to break your fucking heart. And that's another reason why people were so mad at Kenzie, was
Yeah.
because he wouldn't have felt this way and he wouldn't have done all of this and poured his whole entire heart out if he didn't feel like he could. Like, he literally didn't see it coming.
She did piss me off after the fact when she was talking to Corbin and she goes, I was really scared there weren't going to be 2 letters. Bitch,
Excuse me,
you
bitch.
were scared there weren't going to be 2? So, like, that is where she had me fucked up. I was like, excuse me, you know exactly what you're doing so much that you're convinced that you deserve 2 love letters from 2 different men instead, because the words out of your mouth should have been, I was so scared I wasn't going to get a letter back from you. Not, I was so scared I wasn't going to have 2 letters. Fuck
Mm-hmm.
you. That was the one time that I was like, excuse me? And then also Caleb sat down and said, he handled that so well. Wild, because I heard apparently he's been ghosting girls left and right in the real world, and I'm sure a lot of girls feel vindicated now to see him get his heart broken on national television. So maybe that's just karma for him. Who knows? But the way he handled it and sat down and answered that question from Ariana and said, you know, I just want her to be happy at the end of the day. She's doing what she
Mm-hmm.
had to do, and seeing smiles on both of their faces is good enough for me to know that the people that wanted each other have each other.
I
Incredible.
know. Just a good Southern cowboy.
Good for handling the way that you did, because that was, instead of like stomping around and freaking out and whatever. And, you know, even if you had cried, I think would have been America's favorite. Like, just good job. Good job, Caleb. Um, yeah, as far as that whole letter recoupling, just, it felt like a mess. It felt like it was brutal, but it was also like, I can't even remember any of the letters otherwise, except for, oh my God. Can we talk
A
about how all of them were
sincere's
like,
metaphors.
we were like, every single person's like, where's ChatGPT? Hello?
My jaw dropped to the floor as someone who actually, when Ian had to explain what a letter was, I felt so old, because that's, as a teacher, my kids don't know how to write letters. My kids don't know, like, even the concept of a letter. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a real thing. Like, him having to explain that was a real thing. And the girls being like, where's ChatGPT? What do you mean you can't write from the heart?
The boy said it too.
What do y'all mean you can't write from the heart? This is crazy to me.
I couldn't even deal. And Sincere, he tried so hard. And I'm just like, and this is the other reason why I feel like it's just foreshadowing that those two will not work. Melanie and
Mm-hmm.
Sincere are not meant for each other. This man said, we were together
Sorry.
and then we were broken apart like a shattered glass. And if you take the pieces of a shattered glass and put them back together, they can't hold water. A broken glass put back together can't hold water. Sir, do you realize that what you're saying? We know what you mean. We know what you meant. But what you're saying is that your relationship put back together cannot ever be the same again and by default cannot hold together, actually. It can no longer be a solid relationship. That's what it sounded like you were saying. Just
Mm-hmm.
FYI. Because if you said our relationship is all the more beautiful for the cracked glass, like it's different, but it's back together and it comes back together stronger or some shit, would have made more sense. But how did you not hear yourself? I think this was his subconscious. I think this was a Freudian slip that he doesn't want to be with this woman. Because then he's like, and that's just a part of our story now. Sir? I cannot stand them. I cannot stand them. Truly.
Again, monkey banging symbols going on in that head of his.
You know, the only couple I thought I was really liking was Kata and Zach. And by last night's episode, they fully put me off.
I
They
was
fully put me off.
so put off by them.
First of all, how are you going to go to the hideaway? Which, by the way, makes me uncomfortable every time. For the real Love Island OG fans, the hideaway used to be a room in the villa that could barely fit a queen-size bed and had like room for the queen-size bed and 2 nightstands and the door. Like, it used to
Yeah.
be in the villa, and they used to go get ready, and they would be like, everyone in the dressing rooms with them would be excited for them and go like, go get your man, go get your girl. And then I'm pretty sure they would mostly just enter by themselves or whatever. But now it's become a thing where everyone is like sending them off. And this is the most uncomfortable I've been yet about sending a couple to the hideaway. It gets so weird for me. I'm like, what's happening? What, like, could you imagine if like you were out at the club and you decided you were gonna hook up with someone and all your friends stood and cheered by the door as you left the club to go bang someone? It's strange. It's
It is.
very strange.
It is very strange.
And then that one shot where he picked her up off the floor and the night camera was on, I swear to God, because his underwear looked the same color as his skin, I thought they were about to show I thought they were just showing his ass and that they were butt ass naked. I was like, oh my God.
No, they have more class than that.
I guess. Although they got sent off with clap them cheeks in the hideaway. Like,
Yeah.
oh my God. And the second they were done, what does this man say out of his mouth to her?
You sure you don't want to explore a bombshell or something like that?
He said, real talk, are you going to be upset if I explore with a bombshell now?
Yeah.
And
And then
she
he
went,
goes, too soon?
yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, Zach.
Idiot. I think he's got something going on too.
I don't know.
A
I
little touch of
genuinely
something.
think that he's got like, or I thought he had Scott syndrome because I saw a lot of people like doing think pieces about how he's trying to win and like break up other couples and that he's like being like a producer Scott situation. That's someone from Love Island UK, BTW, who had a bad rap, but is in a very long lasting couple now, longer than the
I
other ones that they try to shit
love
on him.
Scott.
Love Scott. Literally the background of our text messages is Scott Vandersloot. I couldn't wrap my head around why people hated Zach, besides the fact that everyone thinks he actually wants Bryce, which probably, which we'll
We
get
need to
into in
unpack
a
that.
second. Oh yeah, it's gotten crazier.
Yeah.
So I just don't understand how Kata and Zach turned me off so quickly because I was literally with them until yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Because Zach is being like ugly jealous, and Kata seems to be like actually like manipulating that jealousy, kind of. And also their fight over who got sent home, like put me on edge. And like the way that they both talk to each other made me like, ooh.
Yeah, I don't like his possessiveness almost.
He is a
I
Scorpio.
don't, well,
Mm.
he needs to sit down. Um, I don't like his possessiveness. I don't like the way that he spoke to the girls after the decision was made of like, well, maybe we won't make you breakfast. Maybe you won't get breakfast. Um, I just he's rubbing me the wrong way. He says things that I'm like, are you okay? And like he keeps wanting to be tested. And now that Caleb is essentially testing their connection,
He's freaking out.
you're freaking out. So you can't handle it. Like,
Which I guess means he does really like her. I don't know. It's giving Simba. It's giving Simba crash out.
yeah. And I don't know if you can hear him. Did you
Can't
hear
hear him.
him?
Can't hear your
Okay,
dog.
good.
You're
Okay, good.
fine.
Um, yeah, Kata likes jealousy. So,
Truly, it's also giving that underneath it's toxic. For
mm-hmm.
sure, for sure. Because I'm just like I cannot handle whatever this is. And PH, let's just get Zach and Bryce together. If they did get together and they took all the money, I'd be like, that's fine. Be like, that's completely
That's
fine.
that is beyond a bromance. That is a romantic relationship. And the edit that these producers are giving these men.
They're making sure to put in every like homoerotic scene they possibly can. Like the stretching should have been for an unseen bits episode. I know we don't do that here, but also like for me, when I saw that clip, I was like, well, and then I saw him stretching him on the gram first, and then I saw the actual scene, and I was like, well, he's like, this is what he actually does for a living, and that is what it actually looks like. And they probably didn't actually show him do that to the other guys.
Mm-hmm.
Because that it like trust me, I've once been stretched by a professional like what's it called trainer and who was male, and I was so uncomfortable because I was like, I know that nothing incorrect is happening right now, but this is awkward as hell. So it is
Yeah.
like that. Like he is doing technically his job for his bros,
Mm-hmm.
but girth check?
Girth check was
Girth check?
insane to me. Literally, it was just
And
like a look at my dick.
but the following conversation
Because it
felt
continued.
even crazier when they were sitting talking about, oh, that was my simi, and oh, that was crazy because usually that's me when I'm fully erect. Sorry for everyone who we're re-traumatizing right now, but that conversation deserved a lot more clips than it deserved the follow-up of girth check and then the follow-up conversation because I didn't see the follow-up conversation on the internet at all. And
Mm-hmm.
also,
Yeah.
Bryce, why do you keep bringing up the back door?
Bryce
What did you do in the
is
hideaway? Everything. So you went in her ass? Please. What is happening?
yeah.
I don't feel safe.
I don't know. And I feel like Bryce maybe needs to explore that side of him. Did you see the way he hugged Gabe goodbye from the back? It gave Brokeback Mountain.
I don't even know. I don't even know.
He
But
hugged this man. He came from behind him. Gabe was standing facing the closet. He came from behind him and like just hugged him. And I was like, Bryce, you're not helping anyone's argument that there is something that you probably need to explore.
I do want to do awards at the end of this, and I think my award for the whole cast is most likely Love Island cast to have an orgy. Just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I guess you could see it a little.
I'll double down on that later, but I'm telling you, I thought you were scratching your armpit. You are scratching a dog.
Yes.
She has a dog in her lap. Very cute, but
Yes. He
from
has
what I could see, because your
anxiety.
shirt is black and your dog is black, I thought you were just sitting there scratching your armpit over and over, and I was like, okay. Now that I've
Yes.
put together what's happening, makes more sense.
Sorry.
Um, let's talk about that dumping a little bit more. Let's talk about the challenges after that, because I've got a bone to pick with these disgusting challenges. Um,
Why are they so wet?
why have they been you know what? Fine, let's talk about the challenges first, because it's just easy. Why are the Love Island challenges suddenly being produced by 2003 Nickelodeon producers?
I have no idea. The
Slime
slime, the
everywhere.
paint, it's
Slime
just
every single time. Like viscous, thick, chunky, like chunkier than the Nickelodeon slime.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, what's going on? I what?
Oh
For the
no.
people who know, they know. I'm gonna put some. Here's a picture of Nickelodeon slime there. A picture of Nickelodeon slime here. Here's Love Island. This is for when we put out clips. Picture of Nickelodeon slime there. Picture of Love Island slime. Love Island slime. Same shows, same concepts. At least these are
Literally.
adults. Because now we finally all looked back and realized it was weird. We were covering children in goop all the time. It was funny when we did it to celebrities, though. It was funny when we did it to major celebrities at the Nickelodeon Awards. We should still slime adults for the amusement of children. That's funny. When they're dressed
Yeah.
up in suits and stuff, that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That is funny. Um, what is going on? They're slapping people in the face with hot dogs. They're telling them to lick and kiss feet?
And then make out, which was disgusting to me. Are you guys okay?
Look, do your foot thing if you like your foot thing. It's different. If it was my foot, it's my foot, whatever. But everybody's foot in your mouth and then on my mouth is crazy.
I know.
That's
I
how you get
know.
hand, foot, and mouth disease right there, literally.
Literally,
How is it not?
I was like, please, like, let there be some sort of 30-second break where they like rinse their mouth with mouthwash and then they do the bit because I that can't be safe. That literally can't be safe.
I'm just waiting for clips from doctors being like, what are you doing? What are
Mm-hmm.
you doing? I would kill for just like a regular truth or dare at the fire pit with this group because I think it
Mm-hmm.
would go crazy anyway. And here's where my, like, the root of my problem is with these challenges slash why I'm saying I think this is the most likely cast to have an orgy is the challenges are supposed to be designed to cause lots of drama.
Yeah.
The challenges are supposed to be designed so that you pick people and then other people are upset. And they literally designed this challenge for these couples that are very locked off. The princess and the prince one, the
Mm-hmm.
Maybelline challenge. They designed that challenge to give those girls an opportunity to not kiss other boys. You were allowed to cover them in green dust.
Yeah.
Then
Yeah.
even their own partners rooted and cheered for them to kiss other boys. And also, when the one girl who wasn't going to also kiss the boy wasn't going to kiss him, everyone egged her on into kissing him. I'm just saying, it's
And just like
bizarre
that,
to me that everyone's so locked off, but so okay with all making out with each other.
yeah. Just like that, you've convinced me of the orgy argument. Just like
Thank
that.
you.
I've switched.
The math does not math. Why are you
I
all cool
know.
with it? In the UK, there was an option to cover someone in green dust instead of kissing them, and locked off couples were kissing other people. The boys would have had something to fucking say. They'd have been like, I can't believe you kissed him. I can't believe you did this. There was not the fact that the only fallout was actually from them saying shit about Casey not actually going after Soul again. That's the only fallout from that challenge. Bananas Town. Bananas Town.
I know. I know. Now that you bring that up, I do want to talk about Casey and Anaya.
I'm sick of them having the exact same conversation. I am sick of it.
Here's my thing. I didn't know the entire time what the hell they were fighting about.
Hmm.
Like, there was so much bad communication going on of like, she wanted him to explore, but she doesn't want him to explore and also take her seriously. But
Only
it's
for
like
5 minutes.
only for 5 minutes, and then she wants to feel like a priority, even though he said you're my priority multiple times to her.
Even though he's chatting to the bombshell, but still basically not giving her the time of day.
Yeah, so I was also very confused as to why she was upset. If you were more upset about the fact that you didn't feel like he could have a serious conversation with you, that's what you should be focusing on. But bringing up this whole, why didn't you explore soul, but not meaning that, it, it, I was like, what are we talking about? I literally was like, why are we fighting? I
I
felt so fucking confused.
absolutely, I tuned out of so many of their conversations because I would watch and I'd be like, none of this has like resonated with me at all. These are useless fights. And she'll be genuinely raging, but it doesn't make sense. And also, and again, the edit, whatever, like at this point, the US producers have really lost my trust. I've got to say it. I have to say
Yeah,
it. From the various things I'm finding out and from the way things are playing out, from how bizarre it's all gotten, I don't know what's going on. And I'm just like, I kind of more so than the UK, because I know in the UK, with this show, you always have to be like, there's a whole day. You only see an hour of what happened in a whole day, blah, 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 blah. By the end of this conversation with you, by the end of this podcast, I'm genuinely like, I don't trust the edit at all anymore because she was absolutely raging. And then part of me is just like, did we actually not get shown things? I don't
mm-hmm.
know. Because, and the conversations are so repetitive and just being forced to watch them say the same things to each other over and over. And then, and to me, I think I wrote down a couple times, like, babe, stop even discussing yourself as a choice. I want to be
I
first
know,
choice. I want to be the main choice. Da, 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 da. You are. You very clearly are.
I
Either way.
know,
And also, it shouldn't be a choice. It should be like, I want to be the one you want. I don't want to be an option. Hello. Hello.
I
I
know.
think all
But
these girls
even
are going to
then,
switch up in Casa,
the
except maybe
argument of like,
Kenzie.
I don't want to be an option, it was just like, but he didn't treat you like an option. He literally, yes, he had the chance to explore something, and he said, I don't want to break what I have. I have something good right now. And that was his choice. And he obviously is feeling some type of way about his choices now. But
Yeah.
I don't know what more proof she needed. And for this entire week, I just don't know what it is. And you definitely right about the edit thing. Like maybe there is something that we missed or there's something not being shown because I couldn't understand why she was so upset and why he was, well, I understood why he was upset because he was like, what is this?
Yeah.
Like I didn't explore a connection with her. I made that choice.
He also had two conversations with her fully out in the open. He didn't take her to Say Less. He didn't take her to the dock. He didn't take her to the speakeasy. He didn't take her to Soul Ties. He literally was talking to her in the wide out open, didn't touch her, didn't cuddle her, didn't nothing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
even like, I would understand Anaya being upset if he's like, you're my number one, and then pulling a sincere and then running around and kissing other girls. He didn't touch her. He didn't kiss her in a challenge, even nothing. So it's like, what's going on? They didn't even play like truth or dare. They need to play truth or dare or something in the garden. They need to play like the beer pong. They need to do something and
I know.
allow them to actually mix it up more and do those challenges where it says, other than your partner. Kiss the girl you think is most attractive. Pick two girls to have a three-way kiss with other than your partner. Because that's what they do in the UK. And that's how they get drama started. And that's how they get people to start exploring the connections they have with other people
Mm-hmm.
and giving them permission to explore outside their couple. And that's what's missing because these other challenges are just weird and everyone's locked off. And it's giving me, the whole season's giving me the ick. I'm not rooting for anyone. I just,
Mm-mm.
I feel exhausted by this show currently. And I'm so glad we only have to talk about it once a week right now.
I know. If I had to pick a couple, it would be Trinity and Bryce because they seem like the most chill couple.
We haven't
And
talked about them. Yeah.
because they're boring. I'm sorry, they're boring. They don't talk about anything else. We had one moment. We had one moment of Bryce being vulnerable and actually seeing like this other side of him, which I was really grateful for because I was like, what the fuck do they talk about besides everyone else? Because that's what they
Yeah.
do. They talk about everyone else. They
Yeah.
were for like the first 2 weeks talking about do we like each other? Yes, I like you. Yes, I like you. Like they were in this unknown space. And that was taking up most of their time. And then they were like, okay, we're growing our connection slowly. It's actually like developing. We got tested. We know we're solid. And then they just are that couple that talks about other couples. But then we had that moment where Bryce talked about his stepdad. And I was like, okay, now I'm reminded that these are real people again.
Mm-hmm.
And these are the conversations that we want to see. We want to see them opening up to each other. We want to see that they can develop a connection and have deep, meaningful conversation.
Yeah. I do like the real conversations. I like that. Although, can I say, how old were you, Bryce? Because you said I had never listened to music before. It's like, I'm sorry, what do you mean? Like, you mean you had never picked your own music to listen to? Like that? Like, how old were you when this happened? It was,
That, or
I
just
was like,
like,
what? So this is
uh,
very sweet, but what do you mean you never listened to music before? Like, it's impossible to make it through a chunk of your life without hearing music. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know, unless he meant like
Three?
actual music. Like, I don't know if he grew up in like a religious household where he can only listen to like church hymns. I don't know. I don't know his
Someone find out.
history. Someone let me know. Was he Amish? Can Amish people still listen to this?
I don't know. There has to be
I
some
don't know.
explanation.
I just,
Like
I
either
just,
he
I'm
was
like,
three or like you know what I mean? Like it just didn't.
but even like the Itsy Bitsy Spider is music, babe. Like,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like
unless he's
that's
like
music.
real hardcore produced music, like rock and roll, like the Beatles or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he just misspoke. Like maybe he just didn't have any CDs of his own or whatever. Like maybe he was four or five, but like I don't know about you, but I know about me, and there was like music around me all the time. I'm pretty sure that I had my own stereo or something from like 5 years old, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. And maybe that's just my household, but I had a big old boombox thing.
We did have a boombox. I was gonna say, talk about
But
the
like
boombox.
there was one that was mine, and I think it was like passed down or something. And oh my
Mm-hmm.
god, aging myself by saying I had a big old boombox in my room. And then later I had a Hello Kitty CD player and AM FM radio, like CD player, cassette tape, AM FM thing. I had a Hello Kitty
Mm-hmm.
little pink one. I fucking love that
Mm-hmm.
thing. I love that thing. I still have my book of CDs from basically that era. Um, it's just like I I'm just trying to wrap my head around what he meant because I'm just like, there's like what? What?
Yeah. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
um, I think we
I
touched on that dumping, but I just do think it was extra dirty that that they let Sincere speak and send
yeah, and
Soul home. That
I'm
was
glad
totally
the girls brought that
unnecessary.
up.
And then it was like brushed over, but or again the edit that was insane. That was
Yeah.
insane.
That was insane. I knew that they were going to send Soul home. And you know what?
And then throw Casey
I
under the bus for it, like he didn't fight hard enough for her to have a chance when Sincere should have literally been saying there, I stole her experience, I led her on, and she should get another chance because I knew in the back of my head I was going back to Melanie. Easy. She should have gotten another chance.
I completely agree. I would have voted Kenzie to go home immediately.
Mm-hmm.
If we were going based off of the girls' logic, Kenzie got to explore her connections.
Babe
She
was being lustful. I'm not lustful. Babe, it's okay. You are. Chill.
yeah. Also, maybe go back to nursing school because you can't tell the difference between what good vision is. I think you missed that chapter. Had to bring it up because everyone else is. Caleb is right, and he didn't even go to nursing school, so just saying. Just like
I
stop
was wondering about that. I was like,
playing
this
around.
sounds wrong. It's like, this sounds wrong.
It is wrong. His vision is better.
Wait.
He said 2013. And she
Yeah,
said
because
I have 2030.
he can see at 20 feet what other people have to be at 13 feet to see, right?
I have no idea. All I know was that everyone on the internet was like, Kenzie, no. Even eye doctors were like, girl.
Yeah, because that's what it must be. Because if he has 2013 and she has 2030, that means that at 20 feet, what people can see at 20 feet, or at 20 feet, he can see what other people have to be at 13 feet to see.
Okay.
So it means other people need to be closer to see what he can
Okay.
see. So that's what that
Okay.
means. So for 2030, that means she has to be at 20 feet to see what other people can see at 30 feet. Also, or she doesn't even know the numbers because it should never be, it should always be the smaller number. Whatever. Why are we talking about this? I don't know eye doctor math, but I knew she was wrong too. She's wrong. Girl, she should have gone home. She should have gone home, or Melanie should have gone home somehow. I feel like Melanie should have been at the bottom. Then I wish Ace had been here this time. They're like, Melanie is zero in love. Send him home. Bye.
Yeah, I wish they would have taken the couple with the least votes, but I fear that may have been Caleb and Soul, even though we were
I
all
don't think it was, and I think that's why they did it the way they did it. I don't
that
think it was Caleb and Soul. I think it was Kenzie.
that makes sense.
I think they wanted to keep Kenzie because she's a character and because she does crazy stuff. Whereas Soul, like, really felt like she couldn't bombshell and tried, and, you know.
Well, I hope Kenzie switches up real quick.
I
And
think
Casa.
Casa Amor will actually be Carnage, though. I have a feeling that maybe Casa Amor might help breathe some fresh air into this bitch because all these people are mainly scared because they feel like their partners are watching them. So I feel like Casa Amor, especially if they make sure to bring in genuinely hot people, especially if the producers have done their research and really like interviewed and like asked all these questions, because you know they do all this compatibility research before they put people in. They cast people who are hot, they cast people who are funny, but they also do know who are the most likely to connect with each other. So I hope that they're sending in super hot, super funny bombshells into Casa Amor that they know these people will want.
Yeah.
I hope it's super messy.
I
And
need it to be
also for
messy.
anyone who's like, why is Casa Amor so soon? It's so early that they're doing Casa Amor. You know something's wrong when they do this early. Let me do the math for you, okay? There are 6 weeks of this show. We are on week 3. That is halfway through that they are sending them into Casa Amor. They've done it as early as the beginning of the 3rd week before. They're doing this entering week 4. And they're showing it in the movie theater for some reason. I don't want to see the beginning of Casa Amor in the movie theater. I want to see the recoupling in the movie theater.
Yeah, and Casa Amor comes out Sunday, and the
Yeah.
movie, quotes around movie, heavy quotes around movie, comes out on Monday. Why would you want to wait? That just makes no sense to me.
Well, maybe it'll be Monday night's episode, but then again, that like also
Oh,
doesn't make
right.
any sense because I either want to see the very first day. I don't know what they're planning. They clearly must be planning some sort of challenge. Maybe it's going to be the raunchy racist thing where they all run around and kiss each other and whatever and compete with the other villa is going to be Monday. But again, I don't want to see that in the theater. I want to see the recoupling because that's where the real drama is. That's where everything blows up. I want to see that. And in the US, they're going to make that episode an hour and a half long anyway. Whereas in the UK, they have to start right at the beginning with the episode with the recoupling and then give you the other half of the show to see everyone fight.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, that's what I want to see in the theater. I would pay American dollars to go see the UK Casa Amor recoupling in the theater. And I would happily be 3 days behind to have the experience in the theater to see it for the first time what happened. So I would
Yeah.
be shoveling that popcorn into my mouth. There have been so many amazing moments that come out of that. And even in the US, even though it's never been my favorite, great moments have come out of that because it's
Hmm.
insanity. It is the ultimate relationship test. You're separated from each other in two different houses, so that even if you didn't think that you were going to switch up on your partner, you have to sit there and think, well, what if they switch up on me? Maybe I should just switch up anyway. Incredible. Like, amazing television every time.
Yeah, and you know what? You asked why would they do these letters, and I feel like it was so that they had something to hold on to. And then once they go into Casa Amor, it's like, oh, I see. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Pick up
I
what I'm putting
guess I
down?
guess it's like kind of to like
Well, because
prove they're
words,
full of shit or something and like they'll have be
right.
like you said all this, but also they basically are doing it with a gun held to their head, not literally, like, but like they have to write the letter. There's no option to
Hmm.
not write the letter. You know what I mean? It's for the show.
Yeah.
They had to write a letter. It's not like it's like if you want, you can write a letter. It's fine if you don't. Da 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 da. And it's just like, that's the thing. The thing for Casa Amor is when they've genuinely given each other like a token or a memento, or the guy sends like his ring or his bracelet in the suitcase because like, or the girl sends the ring or the bracelet or whatever because in the UK usually one group escapes and then the other group who's staying in the main house packs their suitcases for them. And so then,
Yeah.
if the girls get sent, the guys might put like a ring of theirs into the suitcase and be like, think about me. And then they come back and they be like, I'm wearing your ring that you put in my suitcase and you're standing here with another bitch. Like, that for me is where it's real because that was fully their choice. No one sat over them and said, make sure to send a really personal memento so they can feel really fucked up when you make another choice.
Hmm.
But that's so like the letter thing, it's like it's basically under duress. So it's like anyone will confess when they've been held in a room for 24 hours. Anyone will say something nice when they're told that they have to write a letter saying something nice about their connection, you know?
Yeah.
Because even like at the end of Love Island, they have them do that. And then some of these couples come out and break up like 2 weeks later. So to me, it's just like really pushing it. I wish there was like one more challenge. I wish they were making sure to do one challenge a week in the UK, but I am enjoying the more low budget version of the show in the UK. I'm enjoying that they've sent in way more people, that at one point there were 20 people in that house, and they're doing a lot more fire pit, truth or dare kind of things. And the challenge that they had in the UK was so low budget compared to the US. It was a slide, a pool, some cocktail glasses, and a sign stand, basically, comparatively to these huge
Yeah.
sets they're doing for the US.
Hmm. Hmm.
Elaborate sets. I just, the US is going through its growing pains with becoming really popular and not knowing how to handle itself and having a harder time casting because now there are lots of people who want to be on the show and they want to be
Mm-hmm.
there for clout and stuff. And this happened with the UK after season 5 was their season 6, and it exploded. And there were a couple of decent seasons, and then it just like went off the rails and got really weird for a little while, and they couldn't like figure it out. And I think they've just figured out more people is better. It's more
Yeah.
mess.
Mm-hmm.
So for the US, it's just like, I don't know. How do you feel about like the high budgetness and like super producey kind of energy going on?
Here's my thing. When I'm not paying attention to the super high budget, flashy, all this woo woo wah wah, like, and I'm more focused on a low budget, more intimate version, that should say something.
Yeah.
Because as someone with ADHD, I love flashy things. I love, like, I'm like
Mhm.
here for it. But when I can actually focus on people having conversations, that's when you know. And so for me, it's been really hard to keep my attention on the USA cast. One, because everyone's so locked off. Two, because everything's so ridiculous. And
And
three,
also
because
they
these
aren't very funny. Like
they're
they
not fun.
don't have very good
Everyone's
chat.
boring.
There's some everyone's funnier in their own, like the girls are funnier together and the boys are funnier together than anyone is just like one-offs, etc. And also if you
Yeah.
want to see actual cinema and an actual challenge that absolutely flips the house upside down, go watch, I'm pretty sure it was episode 12 with the It's Not That Deep challenge in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity. The challenge was so simple, and it turned the villa upside down for the day. It was crazy how fucked up it
Right.
had everybody.
Yeah.
And it
And you
was
can,
a, like a little kiddie pool basically in a slide.
I know, you can, shameless plug, watch those episodes on Hulu. They
Mm-hmm.
are there if you want to catch up. They don't have the same music because they can't afford to have the same
I don't
music.
know what's going on with that, and the songs are getting worse here. And then the other day in
But,
the UK, they had a song that was like "You Are My Sunshine" cover or something.
oh
That
God,
was
please
so
stop.
bizarre on the UK, and I was like, are they doing this because they know that everyone's been freaking out about the bad songs on the US and talking about it? So are they doing it to be like, we have weird songs too? It's
I
not a
don't know.
compliment, UK, if
It's
that's why
not.
you did that. It's not a compliment.
Yeah, I don't
No
know. But
one's making videos because they like it.
I definitely recommend watching the UK cast to see how, just to see the stark difference, really. And
The casting
that
is
seems,
impeccable on the UK. Like every single person is either out of their mind in a better way than like Kinsey or Melanie, or like the trashiest boys who are going to fuck around and find out, or they're just hilarious. Like hilarious people.
or bad bitches who know their worth and who stand on business 10 toes down.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Because if Ellie were in that USA villa, she would not have stood for shit that was going on
Or
there.
Jasmine or Priya
Yeah, so I know this is
or
supposed to be
Mika
a
at this
US
point.
episode, but I really do feel like you guys, if you really love Love Island, you should watch UK.
Yeah, these last 2 years of UK have been really good. They've been
Hmm.
really good. And it's just worth knowing your source material. That's all I'm saying. It's worth knowing.
Yeah, there's also the Australia version. Just
Which
saying.
is just funny because they're Australian. Like,
Yeah.
incredible.
Hmm.
Incredible. All right, I'm sick of talking about Villa USA. I'm sick of talking about Love Island USA. Let's get out of here. We got to
I
record our
know.
episode about Love Island UK now.
I know. You can tell we like UK. Sorry.
You can tell. But yeah, Mimi, where can you find us?
You can find us on Instagram or TikTok at Love Island Tea Time. And if you feel like following us on X, formerly known as Twitter, our handle is capital LI Tea Time Pod, where we repost, post a meme, send the occasional tweet or two. And yeah.
Yeah, and anytime you comment or review, it really means so much to us. We're doing this basically any spare minute that we have, making sure to get an episode recorded every day. We record 7 episodes a week. I know for the US we only do once a week, but it's truly because we already kind of knew in our gut we were not going to love this season and we're going to be furious if we had to talk about it every day. But we record our after shows for UK every single day, or like every single morning or evening right after the episode airs. They get posted before the episode comes out, especially for those of you in the US listening. Our episodes are up there. Like whatever episode is on Hulu today, the episode of us talking about it after is already up. And yeah, we just really appreciate y'all for listening. So grateful. Got listeners from the US, the UK, Ireland, the Netherlands, Australia. So thank you so much for listening. We really do love you guys. And you'll hear from us about Love Island USA next week after Casa Amor. Hopefully it kind of revives this season.
Yeah, I'm praying for it. And thank you. I want to say thank you too to everyone. We did receive a really nice comment the other day, and it just warms our heart to know that you guys are actually enjoying our brutal honesty. So yeah.
Hear from us next week. Bye.
Bye.